Hey guys, I'm Kevin Tetz, working with LMC Truck to bring you some technical information and how-to videos that we hope make your truck restoration project go even better. In this video, we're going to show you how to replace the carpet in a 1981 through 1987 GM pickup and address some of the issues that go along with that. We're also going to give you some great options when it comes to thermal and sound insulation in your truck, making it sound even better like a brand new one. Now, not really carpet related, there's a bunch of other stuff that you're going to want to replace when you get in there and put brand new carpet in. Stuff like kick panels, seat belts, threshold plates, scuffing plates, different versions, different options. Everything you need is going to be available in the LMC Truck catalog or on LMC Truck's website, lmctruck.com. This stuff looks great sitting here on the workbench, but we've got some teardown to do before we can install it in our truck. Now, on a difficulty scale of 1 to 5, this is about a 2. It's pretty simple. It's just carpet. You're going to need some basic hand tools as well as some Allen and Torx-headed drivers, and you may need an impact wrench for seatbelt anchors because they typically have Loctite from the factory. This roller tool comes from the LMC Truck catalog, comes in handy for the sound control mat, but really this is not that difficult to pull off. The seat, it's 4 bolts. Next, we're going to pull the seatbelt anchors out. I'm using the impact gun to break the factory thread locker loose. Not absolutely necessary, but it makes things easier. Oop. The seatbelt warning buzzer gets disconnected from the original seatbelt retractor. Our truck had aftermarket upholstery in the back of the cab, and since it's ratty and no longer matches our interior color, it goes away, along with the shot 16x9 speakers. Smells. There's one. The threshold plates are what holds the carpet down on the sides, and they'll get replaced as well. The kick panels have some easy to find screws, and they have some not so easy to find screws. This is the fiddly part. We have to fiddle. We're fiddling. That was easy. Now, time for the carpet. Now from the top, this all looks good. It looks dry, but when I reach under here, it's moisture. All of this is coming out. I'm not going to trap moisture in here. You shouldn't either. Now, it's always a good idea to see the condition of the metal that you're piling stuff up on top of, especially in an interior. This allows me to be very secure in this. This sheet metal is perfect. We're ready to move on. The insulation tiles are super easy to work with and do an amazing job of deadening road noise, as well as insulating from the exhaust heat in the cab. The roller tool simply smooths the tiles out faster and more evenly than with your hands. All right, now listen. Drumming's gone. That's why we use this stuff. The second layer is also sound insulation, but it's going to enhance the sound of our radio and control road noise too. This layer of insulation also helps to retain the heat in the winter and your air-conditioned air in the summer. Spray adhesive should be used in a well-ventilated area. It's available in the LMC Truck catalog and is easy to use, requiring almost no tack time. It helps to secure the jute-style insulation pad and keep it in place. Now is the time to cut holes so your seat bolts can go back in. Now this tape just cleans up some of the fuzzy edges from that sound deadener. Now we lay the carpet in. All right, so we've got some messing around with this to make it fit. When you leave the carpet out in the sun, just give it an hour or so. That way it won't get too relaxed and lose its molded shape. As it heats up, all those wrinkles are going to float out of it. You don't want to attack it with a heat gun because this is a thin plastic and the fibers, you can melt them easily. Trust me when I say this. Set it in, get the sides and corners and everything buttoned down, get it fitting like it's supposed to fit. The wrinkles will come out naturally. It's just going to take a couple of days, so just have a little patience. Don't worry about the lumpiness. It'll all float out of there. It's fiddly work getting it to fit properly, but there's a really easy way to see how. This is your seat belt anchor. This is your seat bolt anchor for the seat frame itself. You trim these out from the back side. Everything else will fall into place. I'm using a silver marker to outline the pre-stamped bolt guides, just so I can see them a little bit better. Then I can carefully cut the holes from the back side of the carpet. All right, the wrinkles are already smoothing out. Now, on the back side of this carpet, I had trouble seeing where the seat frame bolt hole is supposed to be cut. So here's a way to figure out where not to cut the hole in the wrong spot. I know it's in here, right about here, so I'm reaching underneath, and I find it in the floorboard, and I find where my other finger is. We're right there. Put a really sharp screwdriver or an awl. Put the awl in. Now I know where my bolt goes, and I'm going to make a mark on the top side of here, so I can either cut it from the top, or I can go underneath and cut it from the bottom. Either way, that's where it goes. Now I can safely cut, but still be careful. And there it is. We're home free. A trusty awl. And there we are, we're in. All right, we don't want to go in all the way. Make sure it's seated. Yep, there's a hole. Put in a screw. Make sure we got a bite. Reseat our rubber. Once you've got all the screws started, you can go back and tighten them all. All right, here's a new kick panel. We're going to transfer our vent valve over because ours was still in really good shape. There it is. There we go. Put a little button in. Here we go. Look at that. We reused the original filler button because I like the contrast, but LMC Truck does offer new black replacements in the catalog. That's it. Here we are. Anytime that you see frayed or torn seat belts, you really need to think about replacing them. This is the last place that you want to compromise on any restoration project. Now this 90-degree bracket that comes in the kit attaches to the retractor, and it sits right here in the same place as the original. But I'm going to install some thread locker on my anchor bolt because that's what the factory did, and I want to do that too. It's just good safety practice. There we go. There it is. All right, we decided to use the new hardware from LMC Truck and some thread locker. We'll sandwich our lap belt in with the keeper for the other shoulder harness. And while you're installing your belts, make sure that they're not in a bind and not twisted when you put them in place. You can always reroute and redo, but it's much easier at this stage. The end result is fantastic, and it looks like a brand new truck inside. And with new multiple layers of thermal and acoustic insulation, it'll feel as solid and as quiet as any late model truck on the road. You got to admit, that looks great. And if you look close, most of the wrinkles are gone, even after just an hour after the installation. And they will be on yours too. You just got to kind of let them flow out themselves. We hope we've passed on some great tips that will allow you to have an easier time insulating your truck and installing new carpet and accessories. And don't forget to look through the LMC Truck catalogs or go to lmctruck.com for other ideas on how to make your truck project even better. For now, I'm Kevin Tetz. Thank you for watching.